Well, welcome back to Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box.
Ooh.
Last time we solved a bunch of puzzles, so let's see what else we can actually just find out in the town.
Let's progress. Do you see that watchtower, Professor? There's something very suspicious about it, isn't there?
But what about this man standing here?
Not every day I see new faces. Are you visiting from out of town?
Yes, in a way, but we're not here to sightsee. We're searching for an antique known as the Elysian Box. Have you heard of it?
No, that's the first I've ever heard of it. Wish I had some information for you. Oh, I just can't let visitors to our great town go away empty-handed. Here, it's not a keychain, but please take this puzzle of mine as a souvenir of Fulsen's.
Thanks.
Great. Thank you. Oh, no! 5 shapes are arranged in a sequence, but the 4th shape is missing. Use the 4 visible shapes to determine whether A, B, or C could be inserted as the 4th shape in the sequence.
I recall this.
Good.
I don't remember how you're supposed to determine this based off of the first block, though, really. Basically, if you look at them the right way, they're numbers twisted around.
Oh, yeah, I see it, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Consider this puzzle.
Except for the first one, which is literally just a block, but yeah, no.
Huh. Wonderful.
Numbers hidden in each shape determine the sequence of this order. Turn each shape 90 degrees clockwise, a number becomes visible. In the case of B, turning the number sideways reveals the number 4. Nice work there, fellows. Hate to burst your bubble, but if your lead on this Elysian Box led you here, you may be out of luck. Seen many of the residents who were Fulsen's experts skedaddled a few years ago. It all started when a strange rumor that spread through the town like wildfire.
Ah, so even if we are in the right place, there may be no one left to ask. Tell me, what was this rumor?
Some silly thing about a curse. I'm not entirely clear on it, to be honest. But I often find myself wondering where all those people who left Fulsen's ended up.
The barricade has been reinforced with some sizable nails.
Whoa, this whole place is covered in garlic, and it definitely smells like it. Ugh.
Yes, it's very pungent. It's a good thing I brought a handkerchief. My eyes are watering.
My nose hurts just being in here.
Garland.
Finally, some customers. Come in. It's been months since anyone came by my shop. My shop's been out of favor with the town folks recently.
I can see why, or rather, I can smell why. It's hard to breathe, let alone shop around all this garlic. Ugh.
So it smells big whoop. It's not hard to. It's not here to cross up the shop, you know. It's here for protection. We've got what you might call a bit of a vampire problem here in town. And garlic keeps them away, see?
Say what? Vampires? Seriously?
Do I look like I'm joking, boy? See that castle over there? That's where the freaky guy lives. At least that's what people say. I'm not saying I believe the talk, but you can never be too prepared, you know?
I'm not saying I believe the talk, but I am totally willing to drown my shop in garlic.
Fine. Sure.
You out in town should keep an eye out for vampires, just in case. If it really comes down to it, you can always hide in my shop. It's vampire-proof.
It's almost people-proof.
it's definitely people-proof. I would not hang out there. What is this thingy? Can you eat it?
Garlic, you can.
I wouldn't recommend it. You see that watchtower, Professor? There's something suspicious about it, isn't there?
Go in there. Go
it's
in
almost-
there.
It's the
plot relevant.
tower.
Oh, no. Ah! That scared me silly, Professor. What's making that awful ruckus?
I don't know, but I think it's coming from right above us. Quick, Luke, up the stairs. Ah! God darn vampires, get off my property!
Are you alright, mister?
Huh? Who goes there? You don't need to tell me. I know vampire henchmen when I see them.
Whoa, wait a second. What are you talking about? We just heard a scream and came to investigate.
Say what you will, Sonny, but it won't do you no good. I see through your vampire lies. If you really want me to believe you're not vampires, you'll solve this puzzle, and you'll do it quickly.
Okay.
That's the rules of this universe.
A quiet town, there's a tower that commands a view of the whole town. Since you can see the whole town from the tower, logic dictates you should be able to see the top of the tower from anywhere in town. However, there's one place in town shown on the map below, for which you clearly have no chance of seeing the top of the tower. Find and circle this place. Is it the Coliseum thing with the shutter?
No, they're literally pointing it out. If you're in the tower, you can't see the top of it.
That's so
yeah,
lame.
I mean,
Just leave it to me.
That is unbelievably lame.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Yep. Pretty good for a vampire. Unless you're not one of the bloodsucker's underlings after all. If that's how it is, then listen to me when I tell you you'd best keep an eye on the castle over yonder.
You mean the ominous-looking one? In the distance?
It's the nest of one of the most fearsome undead creatures around. A real, live vampire. A real live vampire, you say? Don't make me say it again, buddy. Vampire?
Vampire.
Regarding a vampire set to live in the castle at the edge of town. Terrified by such talk, not a soul in full sense dares to draw near the castle. Could a vampire actually be living up in Herzen Castle? I'm gonna go on a limb and say probably not. Finding a lead out here is pretty slow going, huh?
Doesn't help when you keep stopping to solve puzzles every 2 minutes. Indeed, perhaps our only choice really is to wait for the Herzen Museum to open.
Gosh, if that's the case, maybe we should revisit the museum. You never know, it might have opened up while we were away.
Alright, you've got a point. I hope the place proves more useful to us this time than it did last.
is it at the middle of the night?
Yeah,
I think it's just, is it not just always dark here? I just got the implication that it was just dark here.
yeah. I see him up there swooshing around in his fancy cape. I just know he's gunning for me and anyone else who'd stand up and fight for the town.
Pretty stinky up here.
More garlic. Are you ready to spot the difference?
Ugh.
Right there.
Yeah, the mirror's cranked.
Let's see if this works. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
That one hasn't spilled anything.
This should do the trick.
And the garlic clove at the top of the
Wonderful.
at the top of the screen. One has a giant clove of garlic, the other doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one on the right, there's giant cloves of garlic above the mirror. And the other one, there is not.
One on the right?
One on the right.
On the photograph on the right.
Yeah,
right at the very
photo
top
on
of the
the
screen.
right.
There's that big thing of garlic.
Big cloves of garlic. No cloves.
Is that just the cropping though? I don't know.
I mean, that could just be a cropping thing, maybe.
It's more. I guess you want to be technical. It's the difference to be on the left. If you go from like
the difference would be on the left.
It's this one. I thought I remembered this. One of them, the garlic are like alternating in a different direction.
Oh. Then I really hate how they have this photo crop then.
Yeah, it definitely tripped me up.
Legitimately look like those cloves of garlic are on, like, no.
Huh.
Yeah, the cropping definitely tripped me up sometimes. I didn't care for that. I wonder if they fixed that in the HD version or not.
I've struck gold. I found a hidden puzzle. Gold.
No fake
Gold.
coins.
There are 10 coins in each of the 5 bags below. One of these bags is filled with fake coins that are lighter than the real ones. A real coin weighs 10 units, but a fake coin is 1 unit lighter. If you're using a scale that can register 200 units, which is the fewest number of times you could use the scale to find the one bag filled with fake coins.
Fewest number of times. And this is assuming probably not just like that you get lucky. I would think.
Yeah. Because the fewest number would technically be 2. You put the first one, it'd be the first or second. They'd be like showing the way. Yeah, you're getting lucky.
I don't track the logic, but if it's saying that, then that means that you can do it in one way. Somehow, probably.
Consider this puzzle solved. And there we have it.
You only need to use the scale once from every bag. Remove the number of coins you indicated by the bag's number. Then you just weigh these 15 coins once. If all the coins were real, their combined weight would be 100 units, but this you'll end up with a weight less than this. Between this actual weight and 150 units corresponds to the number of the bag of fake coins.
I see, yeah, that actually tracks. That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Wow, that puzzle actually made me break a sweat. This place gives me a bad feeling. Who even knows what's down the path anyway?
From what I can see, it's just an expanse of wilderness. Let's leave it be for now.
Ah, yes, that will never be relevant.
Oh,
Never.
yeah. Oh, hello, you two. Imagine seeing you here. Headed to the north side of town, are you?
I guess so. What's up there, anyhow? Lots
Oh,
of
nothing really. Just some old houses. I've got letters for folks in Dropstone for 'em.
Wow, there are people from Dropstone sending letters all the way out here?
That's what I thought at first too, but something connects Dropstone in this place. It's hard to describe it in words, so I'll just leave it at that. Whoops, I've got to dash. The mail can't be late.
Mr. Parcell, please wait a moment. Gosh, she didn't even look back once. Must be incredibly focused on delivering the mail.
Quite a perplexing individual, that one. But never mind him. For now, we must focus on our investigation. Nothing here except that hint coin.
What a tall building. I bet the view from up there is fantastic.
You like to go here. Oh, wait, it was on the other screen. Oh, it's fine. There it is. Go here.
Go here.
Go here.
Ooh, did you see that? Huh? See what? Ghost, of course. One just floated by all oogity poogity, I swear. Oh, darn, I must have missed it. That's the 12th time today he's flown by. Golly, this must be the spot for ghost watching. Been here for hours. It's all just so fascinating. I'm totally captivated.
I'm sure it's all very exciting, but would you care to take a break and have a cup of tea?
That sounds great. I screamed like a bitch. I'm sorry, that one caught me off guard, I guess. That sounds great. I scream like a banshee whenever I spot a ghost, and boy, is my throat sore. If I'm gonna take a tea break, let's make it a mysterious one. Ooh. Ahem. That means I'd like something sweet and kind of unusual. That was a really good joke.
Yeah.
See, there's a hint for this one. Sweet, mild, and spicy. This ingredient is sweet. Refreshing. This is mild. And this is spicy. He basically just told you how to make it. My, what a peculiar blend this is. Subtle and spicy all at once.
Excuse me. And sweet at the end to boot.
I especially like how the initial heat helps to balance out the sweetness that comes later.
Never imagined spicy and sweet could work together so well.
Serve. Scrumptious. A smile spreads across Nereus's face. She seems restored and cheerful.
Hey, there really is something a little mysterious about the way this tea tastes. Good job. I'm glad you liked it. Oh yeah, it was great. Let me thank you by telling you where all the creepiest ghosts in town hang out. Volsense has oodles of ghost watching spots. I'm creeped out enough already, but thanks anyway, I guess.
Congratulations, you made it!
The gate appears to be open now.
Now we can finally go inside.
Go here.
Go here.
Oh boy.
Thanks,
Oh boy.
Luke, do you hear that?
Sounds like the conductor and Mr. Beluga arguing again.
Nothing? You don't even have so much as a lead on it? I thought I told you to find it and find it fast. Uncle, you gotta cut me some slack. It's no piece of cake sneaking around with that pig on my tail. Plus, that professor dude from London has been out playing detective too. Keeping a low profile takes it out of a guy, you know what I'm saying? My feet are killing me from all this running around. How about you let me take a break? Besides, if I get caught sneaking around like this... You always were a layabout, Samuel! Quit your whining and get back to the task at hand! Until you find that box, I'd better not hear the word break coming out of your mouth!
Gosh, Mr. Beluga really let him have it. You think he opened up this gate too?
I'm not sure, though it appears that while the gate is open, the museum itself is still closed. But let's put this discussion aside for a moment. Tell me, Luke, do you recognize the symbol at our feet? It's
No.
a goat!
It's the goat.
Let's go.
The stone has worn down over the years, but the design is one I've seen before.
Sure, it looks like the symbol on the book we found laying out in the street.
That it does. But I'm certain I've seen something like this in another location too. But where was it? Ah, yes! Now I've got it!
What is it, Professor?
We must locate Inspector Chelmy at once. I need to see that photo he acquired from the crime scene.
I'm sure he'll be okay with that. This town is so big, how are we going to track him down?
Well, it's quite late now. He may have returned to the hotel for the night. What do you think?
You're probably right. Quick, let's head back to the hotel.
But we just got here!
Oh, God.
No, let me in.
I will enter, damn it.
Howdy. The name's Geraldo. And I'd sooner run around in a chicken suit than go a day without chest. You want to get on my good side and hear what I've got to say? Fine. But first, a little chess.
Well, this should be interesting. The Knight's Tour.
1. Lead the knight on the trip around the board below.
Nope.
Chess knights move 2 squares forward and 1 square perpendicular on each turn. The initial direction can be up, down, left, or right. Move the knight around the board, landing on each square only once.
Help. Maybe I should just look it up. This one's not too hard, but I'm like struggling a little. They get worse than this.
I don't doubt.
Yeah.
Yay.
Consider this puzzle solved. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Classic puzzle that's well known in many countries.
Oh, yeah?
Believe it. Very nice, sonny boy. There's more where that came from, but let's take a breather for now. So I can yammer at you. Back in the day, that this town was full of aristocratic families, but one day they just up and left. The Herzen family is pretty much the only upper crusty family left in town.
This dude is another like lore info dump.
Just so you know, next time we meet, I'll have something even more difficult for you.
I bet.
Yep, the museum doors are shut tight, alright.
Back to the hotel!
Onward we go.
Do not speak to dog.
Hey, what's with the long face? Don't you know adults aren't allowed to pout? Honestly, I can't seem to see you look like that, so here's a little puzzle. Cheer up, will ya?
Oh no.
Hi there. Yeah, I know I'm cute and all, and I'm all cute and stuff, but I'm also really good at puzzles. What's that? You want to know my age?
Sorry.
Well, okay. It's between Mama's age and Papa's age is the same as my age. Oh, my big sister is twice my age, which happens to be 1/3 my mom's age. And one more thing, in 5 years I'll be my sister's age. Okay, enough hints. How old am I?
Yes.
You are yes.
Yes. Let's see here. Okay, here. My big sister is twice my age, which happens to be a third, and in 5 years I'll be my sister's age. So okay, yeah. Let's see here. Twice as my 5 is twice as much. So it'd be her sister's 10, right? I mean, this. Okay, my big sister's twice my age. She happens to be a third my mom's age. And the thing is, 5 years, I'll be my sister's age.
You're right about her being 10. I looked it up, but the logic is right there that
Yeah.
the little one's 5 years old because she's half her sister's age, and in 5 years she'll be her sister's age.
Yeah. So her sister's 10, so yeah, it'd be 5. Yeah.
And now to test my theory. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Not bad.
Hey, pretty good, Smarty Pants. So good, in fact, I think you deserve a reward.
Hamster toy?
What kind of reward? The best kind. A story. Okay then, here goes. See, a long time ago, there was another family in town as vicious as the Hersons. But one of the younger daughters got her heart broken by some boy and decided to leave town. Could just be a story that somebody made up, but if it's true, that boy must have been a total creep.
I imagine that's the diary we're reading.
Can you believe the girl left Folson's just because some boy dumped her? What a wimp!
Oh my, this is just a mess.
What's the matter, sir?
I don't remember the voice I had, so this is just how this
I think that's about right.
goes. I had a set of cards that were arranged in a very specific way. Unfortunately, it seems to be I seem to be all thumbs today, and I dropped them all dusting them. Until I can put all the cards back in the proper order, there's no way I'll be able to sell them.
Looks like a job for me. I'll have those cards back in order before you know it.
Sounds good.
Cards labeled 1 through 6 are arranged in order shown below. Rearrange them so they satisfy the following conditions. 1. The sum of the numbers in the top row must be 1 less than the sum of the numbers in the bottom row. 2. 2 cards in the right column must add up to 5. 5 card must be the immediate left of the 4 card. The 1 card must be placed in the left column.
Let's start there. No. Nope. No.
It's in the right column, must add up.
Okay. Five must be the
What's
immediate
the
left of
3 and the 4 round?
The 5 has to be to the immediate left of the 4, though.
Has to be the immediate left.
So this is 9. How do you...
Alright.
I mean, it shouldn't matter if I put them up here.
No. 6, 9, 10, 5, 9, 11. Let's see. Two cards in the right column must.
5 and 4 have to be arranged that way.
Can we just switch the places of the 2 and the 6?
I'm a fool. The sum of the numbers on the top row must be 1 less than the sum of the numbers on the bottom row. So that's 9, 10, and then now this is 11. So that checks out. Okay.
Yeah.
Add up to 5. Okay. So that actually... Hold on.
But the one on the right also have to equal to 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm currently contending
so
with.
that's either the 4 and the 1 or the 2 and the 3. So
5, and then what would happen if 10
9,
numbers on
10,
top row must be 1
5,
less?
9.
Okay, that checks out.
Okay, that's 10.
5,
11, okay.
Must be placed in the
That
left.
one's right on my
Frick.
One card must be placed. One card must be placed in the left. Since the one card must be placed in the left column too, and yeah. Okay, 5 card must be immediate left of the. 5 must be immediate left of the 4. Two cards to the right column must add 3 and 5.
I think that's it.
6, 9, 10. 5, 9, 11. I think that's it.
Here goes.
Yep. All right.
Piece of cake.
I worked through one.
Yay! Yay!
We worked through one.
What? Yeah. We worked through one of the easier ones.
Ta-da! Good as new!
Oh, splendid work, young man. You've got quite a way with puzzles for a boy your age.
Thank you.
What is that expression?
Hamster toy!
It's the expression of when you get a hamster toy.
Okay.
Hamster toy.
It's a...
We got a
We got a box!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't think I need that one, though.
Got any snacks around here? Don't hold out on me.
I mean, I don't know if I really needed the block either, but that's fine. I wonder if the flower is going to mess me up. No, okay. Ah! You know, there might be more squares sideways. Oh, this is fine, though. Oh, no, it's not. Oops.
Oh.
I placed the house too far away. My bad. Yeah, just to be safe.
good at moving and stuff.
Here's an idea.
Hey.
Let's go.
I'm feeling mighty fine.
Jock.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if that's enough, but let's just do it. It might be.
Whoa!
Yeah.
My spare tire is gone.
Not quite. It's still the same, actually. Okay, so basically we need one more hamster toy and then he's good.
Yeah. Since used to be the home to many families of noble birth. The Duke Herzen had discovered a vast gold deposits on the outskirts of town, which changed everything. Bolson's developed rapidly, but word of the gold brought in all sorts of unsavory type. It's such a shame. This was such an enchanting town.
That all you got to say right now? Looks like it. Inspector, there's something I need to ask you. Can you spare just a moment?
Layton, I see you've been busy. I don't think you managed to solve 50 puzzles so soon.
Really?
Really? I mean, okay. I mean, you've been very busy sniffing around town for clues. Tell me, has your search yielded any genuinely useful facts yet?
Perhaps. Would you mind showing me the photo you recovered from the doctor's apartment?
Oh, am I to understand there's a clue to be found in that photo? Well, I've seen you've solved 50 puzzles so far, so I can tell you're serious about the investigation. My top priority is solving this case, so if you think you can help, I might as well show you the. What the devil?
Is something the matter, sir?
There's a blasted hole in my pocket.
Oh.
You are an idiot!
Oh my god! Oh my god! This guy! Oh no!
I've been scarring the pieces about without even noticing this. It's a low point. This is a low point in my career.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it seems that all that remains of this photo is this one scrap.
15 to go.
Yay.
You're fucking kidding me.
To be
Oh my
fair, I'm surprised how far we are into this game because if memory serves, it's like you get the scraps of the photo, then you get a big revelation, and then you get ready to go to like the final area.
Oh.
This game's pacing is whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I guess we'll just have to give up on never seeing that photo again, huh?
Not to say the pieces were still all in my pocket when we entered Fulson's. I'm sure of that much.
Show me how to scuffle with the dog.
Yeah. Show me how to scuffle with the dog.
Inspector, do you recall the path you took around town over the past couple hours? Everywhere.
Bits of it, yes. Let's see.
Oh, goodness.
Oh. Alright.
Okay.
Here's what the inspector remembers to find the path he took through town. Only one turn I made.
Only one turn. I made it was an intersection with a cafe on it. Oh, and I've also passed it in front of that one shop. Oh, and the one flower shop. The hat shop. Oh, that one flower shop too. And I didn't walk any farther than necessary. Yeah, whatever.
Question is, did he actually go buy those things in that order? But yeah, this is one I'm not really feeling. What about you?
I'm not.
No.
Okay.
That? Alright.
Cafe, passed in front of... Oh yeah, that hat shop. Okay. Yep. That checks out.
And now to test my theory. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
It is kind of the awkward thing about these games when there's a legitimately, like, interesting plot, but you get sidelined by just so much of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This game, I don't know. Maybe I just looking back at the first game a little bit more fondly, but this game feels like it's going a little overboard with the amount of puzzles throwing at us constantly. Or maybe it's just the way they're paced out.
Yeah. You know, because, yeah, you know, it feels like there's going at you, but, I mean, also, I mean...
Well, I remember a lot of puzzles from the first game, too.
I mean, there were a lot, and it was like a joke, but I don't remember it being like... I don't know, I feel a bit more worn down by the amount of puzzles in this game compared to the first one, whereas, like, I didn't get that feeling until... I guess it kind of checks out tail end of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, just,
Yeah, because this is near the end, actually.
Yeah, I've noticed when it comes to the clues, there's only one left, and I assume that's the Elysian box itself. So, yeah. And then after leaving the northeast corner of town, I came straight back to the hotel.
Like, I'm leaving a couple other details out, like a couple little side stops. Like, we do go to the museum, for instance, but it's just like, by and large, we get into the real, like, oh man, this is serious, this is the end of the game stuff right after we get the photo reassembled. That should be enough information to get started, thank you. Come, Luke, let's see if we can't recover the pieces of that photo by retracing the inspector's steps.
What's so important about the photo, Professor?
Is this a joke? I'm unsure of the photo's contents, but I have every confidence that it will lead us to the Elysian box.
Say no more, I'm sold. After all, your intuition never fails. Let's hurry to the northeast corner. Think we can get through that little path where that bulldog was sitting?
Yes, let's. I'll lead the way. Oh, we missed one.
Aw.
Oh no.
Oh. I mean, that's as good a place as any to stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's end of the chapter.
Next time, shadows on the street corner.
Ooh.